But if these were only student myths, why do so many campuses have the same kind of ghost stories? I'm Kim, and this is Hung Channel. Why do universities have so many ghost stories? At CUHK, legends whisper through dorm rooms, lonely paths, midnight buses, and the Lotus Pond. Some say these are only campus myths, but behind every story lies something unfinished: love, pressure, regret, and fear. Tonight, we enter the Seven Mysteries of CUHK. Prologue. Why are universities so haunted? From the oxtail soup that still swings outside a dorm window, to the Lotus Pond, where a single answer could seal your fate, every story reveals how fear, regret, and love become shadows haunting the campus. This episode will show you not just the legends, but why universities, more than anywhere else, grow so many ghost stories. Why are universities especially haunted? In Hong Kong's light, there are places where echoes and afterimages linger more easily. A university campus is one of them. Freshmen arrive here to bid farewell to their youth, yet have not stepped into society. This land in between having left and not yet arrived, is called a liminal space in folklore. And in liminal spaces, endless tales and legends take root. Tonight, we revisit a generationally transmitted list from the Chinese University of Hong Kong, a chilling catalogue known as the Seven Mysteries of CUHK. Through them, we try to understand why do campuses so often bear the fruit of horror. Mystery 1. The Braided Girl. Along a small path on campus, people say that at night, a ghostly girl with two long braids appears. This most classic story is too long to recount here, and we have already produced a separate film dedicated entirely to her. Mystery 2. The Phantom School Bus. One night, a music student waited wearily at University Station for the last bus back to New Asia College dormitory. Too tired, he barely noticed when a bus glided silently into the stop. The driver opened the door and gently asked, "Getting on?" He snapped out of his daze and quickly boarded. When he looked properly, he noticed something odd. The driver's uniform looked unusually old, like it belonged to another era. Inside the bus, he froze. The seats were nearly full. He managed to find a place, sat down, and texted his family to say he was safe. Then he checked the time. The last bus should have left long ago. Perhaps it's a special service, he told himself, trying to stay calm. But when he looked out the window, terror set in. At every stop, the scenery changed into another decade. New buildings reverted to construction sites. Modern facilities decayed into derelict ruins. At one stop, people even disembarked, where the station no longer existed. Finally, when the bus reached its New Asia College, everything seemed normal again. He bolted off. The driver called after him. Some hurried to leave, some hurried to return. "And you? What about you?" The student didn't look back. He ran all the way to his dorm, fell sick for 2 weeks, and never dared wander at night again. Mystery 3. Room 111, Shiman Hall. In the late 1980s, a student of electronic engineering, crushed bad by study pressure, rigged a timed electrical device in room 111, basement floor, Shiman Hall, New Asia College. The next day, his roommate, a medical student, returned assuming he was fast asleep. Half a day passed, still unmoving. When he went closer and called, he found the body, blood streaming from 7 orifices, wrist and leg scorched with metal burns. It is said the medical student, traumatized, later descended into madness. Rumors spread that the university tried to downplay the incident by relumbering the room, but whispers persist. If you find a pale red floor tile in the basement, you are standing in the original room 111. This story, though unverified in public records, can be read as allegory, anxieties born from knowledge, forged into a horror device, academic pressure transformed into a taboo of suicide, eventually crystallized into one of campus folklore's bitter fruits. Mystery 4. The Oxtail Soup of Bethlehem Hall. At Bethlehem Hall, United College, a pair of medical students once lived in rooms vertically aligned, the girl upstairs, the boy downstairs. In that era of low mobile phones and stricter morals, the girl would send her love at night by lowering a pot of soup from her window. Sometimes oxtail, sometimes red bean, comfort in the form of midnight sustenance. But in the end, the boy, successful in studies, abandoned her. The girl slit her wrists in despair. Since then, students whisper that at midnight, one may see a soup pot dangling outside the lower window, swaying in the dark, waiting for her faithless lover to drink. Mystery 5. The Chung Lotus Pond. A couple arranged a midnight meeting at the Lotus Pond of Chung College, but the boy, unfaithful, failed to show. The girl waited in vain. Friends told her he was with another woman. Crushed, she drowned herself in the pond. From then on, at midnight, those who walk near the water hear a chilling question at their neck. Is it 12 o'clock yet? If you answer, yes, she will drag you into the pond. Thus spread the taboo. Never answer disembodied questions at the Lotus Pond past midnight. The legend proved so resilient it spread to other universities, each adapting their own version. Mystery 6. The Curse of the University Gate. The University Gate sculpture stands at CUHK's heart. Legend warns, freshmen who walk through its center will be cursed. At best, to never find love until graduation. At worst, never to graduate at all. In the 1970s, an engineering student on his first day took a photo inside the sculpture. Soon after, he broke up with his childhood sweetheart. Devastated, his grades collapsed. One night, exhausted, while studying in his dorm, he coughed blood and died. When classmates packed his belongings, they found that very photo. On its back were scrawled countless venomous curses. Mystery 7. The Two-Headed Monster. Between United College and New Asia lies Lover's Lane, secluded at night. Rumor tells that if you walk alone past midnight, you may encounter the two-headed monster. It does not harm, only frightens. Some say it is nothing more than lovers huddling under dim light, mistaken for a grotesque figure. This playful tale clearly exists to lighten the crushing dread of the previous 6 stories. Reflections. The lesson of the 7 mysteries. This list has no official version. It exists only as whispers, passed down by generations. Together, the 7 stories weave a net of uncanny coherence. But why 7? In some villages, the number 7 means incompletion. 6 is smooth, 8 is prosperity, 7 is stuck in between. The 7th lunar month is ghost month, when the gates of hell are open and yin energy at its peak. Tradition also says that after death, the soul returns home on the first 7 days, called the first 7. Thereafter comes the second 7, third 7, until the 7th 7, 49 days, when the soul finally completes its passage. Thus, in Chinese tradition, 7 is ill-omened. Rational closure. When we hear the footsteps of others. So why are universities steeped in ghost stories? Perhaps because they harbor too much unfinished business. Confessions never spoken. Farewells never said. Scores never settled. Love never repaired. These remnants transform into regrets, lodging themselves in sculptures, beneath the ponds, along dorm corridors and stairwells, until they ripen into countless tales of terror. When you step into CUHK, remember, when the last bus pulls in, when you walk Lover's Lane at night, when you pass the Lotus Pond at midnight, whisper gently to yourself, "Good night." If you do, the Seven Mysteries will shift from a catalogue of fear into a memoir of youth. For the real curse has never come from supernatural events. It comes from our own demons within. I'm Kim. Please subscribe, like, and share. And stay with me. You will never face the dark unknown.